This video is for those parents who have a really difficult teenager. A teenager who may not be getting out of bed, difficult to get to school, failing their classes, suicidal. Every day is a struggle, conflict, yelling and screaming, threatening, cajoling. And I do realize that it can be so hard to access services. I am finding that it's not uncommon that one or both parents themselves have a history of trauma not yet resolved. It's difficult to manage your teen in these circumstances if you still have issues that abound, if you get triggered, if you can't keep yourself, in a sense, calm under these tremendous pressures. So as much as you may want your son or daughter to get into counseling or to take medication or to get some sort of treatment, please, you get treatment first. You know already that yelling and screaming, cajoling and fighting and arguing and threatening, it isn't improving matters. Your child, unfortunately, is likely going to fail at school for the time being. So the real focus is on mental health. There's that saying, if you're on a plane and the oxygen masks come down, put yours on first. It's typically easier to get a teen into treatment if the parents go first. Please don't hesitate. In all likelihood, there's a form of therapy that may be more constructive to you and your teen in these circumstances. It's called D, as in David, DBT, not CBT, DBT, and it stands for Dialectical Behavior Therapy. That's a therapy that helps people manage their strong emotions, recognize them, be mindful, find their calm, think through a reasonable response. DBT. Google DBT, or Dialectical Behavior Therapy, in the city that you're in. You will likely find some practitioners. I don't happen to practice DBT specifically, so not me. I'm good. I'm not everything. But start with yourself. And then introduce it to your son or daughter. When your son or daughter is going ballistic, having their meltdowns, in the throes of perhaps anxiety, they can also, in a sense, activate you to look for solutions. And you'll say, do this and do that. And, no, I don't want to do that. No, I can't do that. I want to keep you from getting inducted into that. Rather, because we know that hasn't worked. If it has worked, you wouldn't be watching this video. So instead of that, I want to encourage you to manage your calm, listen, and in a sense signal to your teen that you've heard, that you've listened. And so, I don't want to do that. And you just go, oh. In a thoughtful, considering way where you signal that you are hearing, that you are listening. You don't need to solve it. Think about that for a moment. You don't need to solve it. And the kid goes, what should I do? And they put responsibility for the issues onto you, but it's their responsibility. So what do you say to that? You say, oh, sweetheart, or oh, dear, or oh, your child's name. I've exhausted what I can tell you. It's going to be up to you and how you want to manage. You know the options that are available to you. You let me know if there's something you want to do. And you're going to be worried they're not getting off to school or dressing or showering. They aren't anyways. And even if they get to school, they're not passing. It's that kind of kid we're talking about here. Not all kids, but that kind of kid. So you leave the responsibility with them, but you do not leave your compassion in the closet. I do feel for you, sweetheart. Already, you are showing a change in how you manage you. You're in effect modeling the very behavior you want to see in your child versus the other behavior that was exciting and escalating the situation. There is no overnight solution. This is not going to make things all magically better. This is simply about reducing the conflict in the moment and signaling that you've at least got you and that you're tuned into your child. That's it. And in the meantime, dialectical behavior therapy, good likelihood that'll be of value to you. And if your doctor has suggested a medication, please do consider it. Doesn't help everyone, but it certainly helps a good many people. And you're not going to know until a month or two after you've tried. And then you'll have a better sense of what may be helpful for your teen. I'm Gary Derenfeld. I do feel for parents in these circumstances. You're going to manage over the long haul, and you start, by managing yourself. Bye now.